Welcome back. There is a new album by Prince. It debuts this Friday. The work marks the first collection of completed songs since the icon died in 2016.
And this morning, we're getting the inside story of how this music came together a decade ago. Take a listen.
Welcome to America.
How about that? It's called Welcome to America. It was recorded in 2010 at Paisley Park, but it was never released as an album. So joining us to chat about the new album now, Prince expert and music writer Andrea Swenson. Good morning, Andrea. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, this is pretty fascinating. Obviously, we know that there has been, song after song that has not been released from Prince, but this is interesting. This was recorded a decade ago, entire album, but it's still so relevant today.
Isn't it incredible? Yeah, all recorded in the span of just a couple months in 2010. Prince laid down the instrumental tracks with a new bassist and drummer that he had never played with before. This is actually the only thing they ever made with Prince, which is really exciting for them that it's coming out now. Added in, his vocalist from the NPG, had Morris Hayes, his music director, produce it, and then launched a tour of the same name, Welcome to America, but the album itself never came out.
So many songs we've been hearing about that will be released because there's just volumes of music in his head, and he recorded all day long, into the night, into the morning. But he did cut this album, in just days. So can you tell us a little bit about, what happened during this production?
Well, I think this was really such a political time in America, and certainly in Prince's life, this was something that he was thinking a lot about. Barack Obama was just a year into his first term. There was a lot of, hope and also questioning about what he was going to be like as a president, and specifically what he was going to do to represent the Black community in that role. And this was something that Prince was thinking about and talking about with everyone around him. And I think you really hear all of those thoughts coming out. It's almost like he used his songwriting as a journal, a way to really process, what he was thinking about the world, what he hoped for the future, and honestly, on this record, what he was very nervous about for the future. He thought that America was at a turning point and that we were headed somewhere that was really nerve-wracking for him.
So do we know why it wasn't released when he was still alive?
No one knows exactly why Prince did anything he did, but there are a few theories. I've developed some theories talking to his bandmates. One is that, this was an album that he made with a pair of musicians, Tal Wilkenfeld and Chris Coleman, that he did not end up working with again, so there was no band to tour behind the album and these songs that he had recorded. Another is that this was a time when Prince actually took a years-long break from releasing albums. He was really skeptical about where the music industry was headed, and specifically what streaming was doing to artists' rights and the ability to make money selling music online. And my personal theory is that he just didn't want to deal with it, trying to crack this code of how to use the internet to distribute music in this really uncertain era. So it got shelved, and he actually didn't put out a new record until 2014. It was the longest break between records of his whole career.
We know he was very public about his fight to own his music, and of course that's why he became the symbol. And, Prince was known for being, strong against the music industry, but obviously he helped create as well. And I heard one story over the weekend that the Vault, which is rumored to have just, so many tracks in there, is the reason why he never opened the vault because he forgot the code? Because I heard that, and I'm like, the reason that we thought may not actually be the reason. Is it really because he lost the code?
I've heard that story as well. I don't think that was the reason why he wasn't releasing, music from the vault all the time, but I did hear that story that at one point a staff member left that knew the code, and then for a while he was not able to get into the vault, but I think it was a brief period of time.
Okay. You'd think he could get someone in to crack the code, right? You would think. Yeah. Interesting. Andrea, obviously you are a wealth of knowledge on Prince and all things music. You are hosting actually a special podcast about this album. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I've been collaborating with the Prince Estate directly and Sony Music Entertainment. They're distributing the podcast, and I've gotten a chance to interview every musician that plays on the album, and also the engineer and some of Prince's close friends in this era, like the Dr. Cornel West, which was such a great interview, and he provided so much insight into what Prince was thinking about the political atmosphere in this period, which shows up all throughout the album. So the first episode just dropped last week. The episode with Cornel West comes out this Thursday. And you can just search for The Story of Welcome to America wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, we said earlier, the theme's very relevant for today, so the timing of releasing this album makes sense. Andrea Swenson, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to it.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to America drops this Friday. Before then, of course, you just heard you can catch the podcast. It's called The Story of Welcome to America. Listen wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and always write down your passcode to the vault.